what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to spew all my dirty secrets about my drugstore favorites. Don't know why I said spew because that sounds really gross. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys all about my drugstore favorites. I do want to do these like every couple of months because I do think it's important to point out the quality items that are good price and where you don't have to go spend $30 on a bronzer. You can spend $6 on a bronzer. Anyways, if you guys would like to hear me babble on about these products, and keep on watching. But before we go that far, I'm gonna ask you guys to subscribe. If you want to see more of my videos, I do post 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if you like this video, if you like me, give it a thumbs up before you leave as well. Let's jump onto it. Okay, so I am first going to talk about the highlight that I am wearing on my cheeks right now. This is Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighting Powder in the shade Golden Lights. I believe they have Peach Lights and one other lights, but I do really like this. I would say, you'll probably hear me say this a few times throughout this video. These products are amazing, but a lot of times the amazing products at the drugstore don't last as long as like their high-end twin, I guess you could say. That's the only downside I see to some drugstore products. But so I did reapply this. I home from work, it's like 6 o'clock, I reapplied so that it would look good for this video. But it's still really good quality. It does last a good amount of time, and for the price, and like it's really pretty. Let me swatch it for you. Like, look at that. Woo! Golden Lights, baby. For the price, and it does last a decent amount of time, so for the price and the quality and the look, really good. Pick it up. I only have it in this shade, but yeah. Since I just spoke about a highlighter, I might as well just stick with highlighters, because recently the drugstore has been upping its game with highlighter. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight. I think this is actually the only one they have in this like pure nude highlighter trend, brand, whatever. But this sells at Ulta. This is like $3 or $4, like it's cheap. It is a very natural looking highlight, which is why I really, really like it. It does not look metallic. It does not look like crazy beams of light on your cheek. It looks like a natural glow from within. The only downside is this probably lasts about 4 hours. That being said, for the price, that is not bad at all. Like, just reapply, honey. Just stick some more on. But let me swatch it for you so you get an idea. It's so pretty, but it's just not the most long wearing. So it's the highlight right here. I'm not sure if you can really see that. It's like nude, which is what they claim it to be. It is a very skin tone like highlighter, and that's why it's just like a glow from within. It's really awesome. It sells at Ulta. And you've heard everyone and their dog talk about this, but this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in this shade Precious Petals. They do have a darker one, so if you have more medium to dark skin tone, you should pick that one up. But this one would also look great because this is like a rose gold highlighter. Super metallic, super intense, $5 or $6 maybe. Lasts all day for me. This is the longest lasting drugstore highlighter I've ever had. So worth it. I've had this for a couple months now, not nearly close to hitting pan. Could be because I have way too many highlighters, but I also just think you get a really good amount for the price. I think you should pick it up. Next, with Wet n Wild, we have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Gold Bar. I saw this on Tati's channel, Glam Life Guru, if you don't know who that is, I love her. This is also very similar to the other Wet n Wild highlighter, whereas it does last all day. It is super intense, but it's just like a different shade, it's gold. I sometimes have a hard time with gold shades on my skin tone because even the lightest gold can just look like gold on my cheeks. But this one looks really, really pretty, and for the price, for like the $5 price, pick it up. And also, this comes with a mirror. Last, for powder highlighter, well, this is kind of like a cream slash powder. Real quick, if you don't know what ColourPop is, go to their freaking website. I don't know if you can tell if you watch my videos, but I'm obsessed with ColourPop. Good price, great quality product. You are paying for something that is fantastic, and you're only paying like $8 for it. For ColourPop, it doesn't sell in a drugstore. You can't go to the store to find this because they only sell online. But their drugstore prices, and they're amazing. And check it out. If you spend over $35, you get free. Over $30, you get free shipping. And if you spend, sometimes they do like free shipping deals if you spend $10 or $15. But and if you're a first brand new buyer and you sign up, you get $5 off, which is the cost of shipping. So if you've never bought ColourPop before, go to their website and type in your email, get the discount code in your email inbox and buy something and get free shipping. This is it's rubbed off because I've used it and traveled with it and stuff, but this is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter in Flexitarian. This, girl, if you want a super intense highlight, this is it. Now you can blend it out to be somewhat submissive, I like to say, but let me show y'all. Look, it's so gorgeous. I used to wear this all the time, especially when I first got it because I was obsessed with the way it looks. This is a very metallic-y, very bright, very beautiful highlighter. It is not sparkly. It doesn't look like a bunch of sparkles. It just looks like a stripe of highlight, baby. I don't say stripe in a bad way. I meant like a beautiful blended out stripe, okay? Pick it up, ColourPop's amazing. I'm gonna shut up. For my last highlighting product, it is a liquid highlighter. This is the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade Sunbeam. This is like the only shade that works for my skin tone, but it's really, really, really pretty, and a little goes a very long way, and like I'm never gonna run out of this probably for years to come. But it's like a pinky toned, let me find a place I can swatch this where I haven't already swatched something. Right there. It is like a pinky toned highlighter, and sometimes I like to place this in places where I'm gonna highlight and then go over it with powder, or like if you're just going for like a super natural everyday look and you don't want like a bunch of powder highlight, this is a really good product to use, and just blend it out with a beauty blender or your finger, just dab. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. And it looks really beautiful, really natural, really great finish. Next I'm gonna talk about blush. This is the Wet n Wild Blush in Rose Champagne. I've had this for about a year, but I do think that they've made this color like way more neutral. Like literally the color of my skin. So I don't know if I run out of this, if I'll pick it up again, because I don't love the color that this Rose Champagne has turned into. But this I bought about a year ago. I still use it all the time to this day. It's very, very pigmented, so you go with a light hand, but Wet n Wild blushes, these ones are like really underrated. I would pick one up and try it. It's only like $3.99, so if you're in the market for a blush and you want to try out something cheaper, try out one of these, and it's really pretty. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. I know if you guys are avid YouTube watchers, as am I, that you are sick of hearing about this, but this is the healthiest looking blush I have ever put on my face. Like this always looks so beautiful. It makes my skin look so bright and radiant and fresh and healthy. Makes me look alive. I don't know what they put into this, like crack cocaine for your face, but it looks amazing. It really is worth all the hype, and Milani's a great company. This blush is great. I'm gonna talk about bronzers really fast. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Ticket to Brazil. This bronzer is really, really pretty. It's slightly on the warmer side, but it does look really good on my skin tone. It actually does last pretty long throughout the day, and it does have a slight sheen to it, which if you watch my videos, you know I prefer sheen in blushes. I mean bronzers and blushes too. And it just gets the job done, and it's like $5. So if you want to pick up a new bronzer or try a new bronzer, you should pick up this Wet n Wild one and just give it a test. It's not my favorite bronzer out of my collection, but it is worth it, and I'm glad I have it. I only have one primer that I like enough to put in this video, and that is the NYX Angel Veil primer. I do think they have another really good primer that I hear people talk about a lot. Their primers aren't super cheap, so I haven't really invested in any of the other ones. This is a smoothing primer, like a skin perfecting primer. I just like to put it on my nose and on my cheeks and sometimes on my forehead just where I need a little bit of smoothing, but it is like a silicone-y texture, so it's not very hydrating. It kind of feels like flat, so I do mix it with a dewy primer or like a radiance primer or my Too Faced Hangover RX primer, just to give my skin, because y'all know how dry my skin is, just to give it some hydration. But this is a really good job at smoothing and perfecting the areas you put it in. I only have a couple of eyeshadows to talk about. In this other one, I'm gonna talk about ColourPop again. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. I love all of these. This is a satin finish. It's Wattles. I love this color. It's like a pinky color. But I have like the metallic ones. I have the matte ones. I really like this formula. It is kind of hard because it is best to pick it up with your finger, like put it on and then blend it out, or with a synthetic brush. But I really like their formulas. I feel like their products are so great, so long wearing, and for a great price. And I'm gonna talk about ColourPop again with the ColourPop pressed shadows. I actually did a whole video on these, and I'll link it in a little info card right up there if you want to check it out. These are fantastic. These are Anastasia Beverly Hills quality. I mean, I like can talk about them so much, but you guys are gonna get so annoyed. These are fantastic, so pigmented. The like shimmer or metallic shades are so metallic. You don't have to wet the brush. You don't have to do anything. These are incredible. I'm gonna shut up. Buy them. They're $5 a pan. I only have one brush. I do really like the Real Techniques brushes, but to me, they're not like incredible that I have to have them. And a lot of my brushes for the last 2 years I've gotten through Ipsy or BoxyCharm, which bless up, because brushes are expensive and you don't want to spend your money on brushes. You want to spend your money on like makeup. So I've gotten really lucky with that. But I picked this brush up probably about a year or 2 years ago. Like, it might have been a really long time. I don't have a name, I don't have anything, but it's from Target's Up and Up brand. And this was probably like $6, and I don't even know what it's called. And this is the only brush I can use for bronzer. Honey, I've tried. I tried other brushes and I can't. This is just like the perfect shape for just like, you feel me? Like, I don't know what it is. I've tried. This is amazing. I probably had it for so long that I need to buy a new one, but I hope I can find the exact same one. But this is incredible. I do feel like Target's brushes are good, especially for their price. And I did look them up, and I found that they were cruelty free, and this is a synthetic hair brush, so it's not real hair. So yeah. The last ColourPop product I'm going to talk about is the Ultra Satin Lip formula of their liquid lipsticks. I cannot do their ultra matte lips. As soon as I put them on, as soon as they dry down, they crack. For my lips, it just doesn't work. It's just like way too drying and cracky and does not work for my lips. The Ultra Satin Lips, to me, they dry down pretty matte, like maybe a slight sheen. I'm actually wearing this color right now, and it's called Screenshot. But they're incredible. They're super opaque. You don't need a liner. If you put a liner beneath it though, it probably would make them a little bit more long wearing. But they're not transfer proof because they're an ultra satin lip and not an ultra matte lip. Like, see, a little bit came off there. But super good quality, and if you are dry skin or dry lip, or if you've tried the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip and they're too uncomfortable for you like me, try these, because these are incredible. I have so many colors. I'm devoted to these. The last thing I'm gonna ramble about, which I've probably already put in the favorites video and I use it in every single video, is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This is also heavily talked about on YouTube. It is the setting spray I use. I don't particularly think this makes my makeup last longer, but it does set the powders down so my face doesn't look powdery, and it's very hydrating, and it smells like roses, and it smells amazing. But this is like my go-to thing. I can't live without it. Every time I run out, I pick up a new bottle. One bottle probably lasts me like a month and a half. It's only $7. Mario Badescu isn't necessarily like a drugstore priced brand, but this rose water spray, the big one, is only $7, so that's about like drugstore price. And it sells at Ulta, so yeah. Okay guys, thank you so much for listening to me ramble and jamble on my drugstore favorites. These are all cruelty-free, so if you're interested and if you're looking for more cruelty-free drugstore options, these are great options, really good quality, worth your money. Thank you for watching, guys. If you liked this video, if you liked how it turned out, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like me, you should subscribe. I do post 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and if you wanna listen to me talk more than subscribe, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you very much. Thank you for listening to me talk and talk and talk. You guys have a great morning, evening, noon, day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!